The liner St. Louis turned back from Cuba.
News SONJA MAIER GEISMAR never heard on the radio, but a ship she boarded and a reality she lived.
Crystal chandeliers and the wide staircases and the food.
At just 4 years old, the SS St. Louis seemed like a fairy tale. Yet for her parents and Jews around the world, it was just the beginning of a life they never imagined.
I was shielded. I didn't know what was happening.
Helpless victims, they, of a merciless regime.
Now, over 70 years later, SONJA vows to race against time to tell her story.
We're coming to the end of an era when these people are alive, so we lose that testimony.
But it's something that should be remembered so it can be prevented in the future.
An audience at St. Francis College listens to some of the oldest memories still alive.
The ship's bells woke us up early.
In May of 1939, more than 900 Jews fled Germany aboard the SS St. Louis. They hoped to reach Cuba and then travel to the United States, but they were denied entry despite documentation into Havana. The ship then steered off the shore of Miami, close enough to see the city lights, asking for the president's help. Citing immigration restrictions, the St. Louis was forced to turn back to Europe, where 250 people were eventually killed by the Nazis. SONJA, her mother and father, escaped to England and then eventually to the Bronx. But her grandparents were exterminated at Auschwitz.
They tried to do everything they could to get them out, and they didn't.
For years, SONJA never told her story. Now she does, because she says she sees history repeating itself, especially with countries turning a blind eye to refugees, sending boats back to violence, just like hers.
What one person does matters, or does not do.
With understanding, maybe then, never again, will be more than a pledge, but a promise. In downtown Brooklyn, Michelle Powers, Current News.